What is your real name? What is your real name? They were hiking in the mountains when they saw a bear. They were hiking in the mountains when they saw a bear. We met them on the beach. We met them on the beach. Inconsistency. Inconsistency. It was a dark and stormy night. It was a dark and stormy night. Were your relatives choreographers? Were your relatives choreographers? How many apples did you eat yesterday? How many apples did you eat yesterday? Are they always senators? Are they always senators? Shouldn't I be a geographer later? Shouldn't I be a geographer later? The concert starts at 9 o'clock. The concert starts at 9 o'clock. It's not your birthday. It's not your birthday. Shouldn't it be noon? Shouldn't it be noon? They are engineers. They are engineers. I come home around 7. I come home around 7. I will arrive at the airport at 8 p.m. I will arrive at the airport at 8 p.m. How often do you go for a walk? How often do you go for a walk? It's easy to get lost in a new city. It's easy to get lost in a new city. Fixed some issues with unit testing and coding issue that has existed for 1 year. Fixed some issues with unit testing and coding issue that has existed for 1 year. It is very complicated. It is very complicated. He usually takes a taxi to go to work. He usually takes a taxi to go to work. Our senior team is very experienced. Our senior team is very experienced. He is reading a book in the library. He is reading a book in the library. Take out a piece of paper. Take out a piece of paper. Will I be the postman every week? Will I be the postman every week? That vote. That vote. Could you please provide a list of your current medications? Could you please provide a list of your current medications? I leave school at 5. I leave school at 5. The situation is very serious. The situation is very serious. He usually takes a shower in the morning. He usually takes a shower in the morning. We were walking hand in hand along the river. We were walking hand in hand along the river. We went to Paris to see the Eiffel Tower. We went to Paris to see the Eiffel Tower. He's not happy with his job, is he? He's not happy with his job, is he? Was your brother a neurologist? Was your brother a neurologist? Was her brother a florist? Was her brother a florist? I also want to try the new restaurant in town. I also want to try the new restaurant in town. Let me check. Let me check. Heartwarming. Heartwarming. Whose friend is that girl? Whose friend is that girl? Can it wait every week? Can it wait every week? You're welcome. You're welcome. He likes to go to the gym to exercise. He likes to go to the gym to exercise. Does he have a cat? Does he have a cat? 1 day later, not botanist. 1 day later, not botanist. He wishes he had more money to travel the world. He wishes he had more money to travel the world. I found my keys. I found my keys. Shouldn't he be a marketer in 5 seconds? Shouldn't he be a marketer in 5 seconds? We often go to the beach in the summer. We often go to the beach in the summer. I should never believe you. I should never believe you. Can you lend me some money? Asked. Can you lend me some money? Asked. We may not be able to invest after 1 second. We may not be able to invest after 1 second. Where are you going? Where are you going? They want to buy a new house in the city. They want to buy a new house in the city. Is it informed annually? Is it informed annually? They had their roof checked for damage. They had their roof checked for damage. A good cook. A good cook. Can serve. Can serve. It's out of my hands. It's out of my hands. Logical. Logical. Can I become a fabricator after one night? Can I become a fabricator after one night? Didn't you just declare war? Didn't you just declare war? Would we iron later? Would we iron later? Do you like taking pictures? Do you like taking pictures? He won the competition. He won the competition. He is the smartest student in our class. He is the smartest student in our class. The equipment was very busy and it was very difficult to escape. The equipment was very busy and it was very difficult to escape. Couldn't they have an affair later in the morning? Couldn't they have an affair later in the morning? The museum had closed the day before I could see everything. The museum had closed the day before I could see everything. Should not be supported. Should not be supported. Didn't you do the occasional funeral? Didn't you do the occasional funeral? After one day we would not do chemistry. After one day we would not do chemistry. Just trust me. Just trust me. Her mother-in-law was an aviator. Her mother-in-law was an aviator. Do you have lactose-free milk? Do you have lactose-free milk? Shouldn't sing normally. Shouldn't sing normally. I have never visited Italy. I have never visited Italy. He studied abroad for 2 years. He studied abroad for 2 years. She bought a new dress yesterday. She bought a new dress yesterday. A program is a set of instructions for a computer. A program is a set of instructions for a computer. He has a lot of money. He has a lot of money. They would not affect. They would not affect. Would they force? Would they force? Is a naturalist at dawn. Is a naturalist at dawn. Broken. Broken. Won't it be noon? Won't it be noon? I can't find my keys. I can't find my keys. The sky was a beautiful shade of blue. The sky was a beautiful shade of blue. Still, there are some challenges that need to be addressed. Still, there are some challenges that need to be addressed. I chased the cat in the street. I chased the cat in the street. Were you riding a rabbit? Were you riding a rabbit? The concert was great and I had a great time. The concert was great and I had a great time. Are there mother's maids? Are there mother's maids? I can't wait for a fun-filled weekend. I can't wait for a fun-filled weekend. The students are listening to the teacher. The students are listening to the teacher. Could you turn the music down a little, please? Could you turn the music down a little, please? Can they surround weekly? Can they surround weekly? He had his bike repaired at the cyclist. He had his bike repaired at the cyclist. Could he be a politician? Could he be a politician? It was taken from me. It was taken from me. When will you go home? When will you go home? Waves crashing on the shore. Waves crashing on the shore. We had been planning the trip for a long time. We had been planning the trip for a long time. You should sleep at sunset. You should sleep at sunset. Always checking. Always checking. You must enter after one day. You must enter after one day. How was the weekend? How was the weekend? Precision. Precision. Ready. Ready. Did they appear every year? Did they appear every year? The concert starts at 9 o'clock. The concert starts at 9 o'clock. Is your father an orthopedist? Is your father an orthopedist? His sister was an analyst. His sister was an analyst. The picture was greatly appreciated by the visitors. The picture was greatly appreciated by the visitors. Shall we choose after one night? Shall we choose after one night? I will go to school by bus. I will go to school by bus. Someone help me. Someone help me. We wouldn't force it after 1 week. We wouldn't force it after 1 week. Once I got lost in the city and had to ask directions. Once I got lost in the city and had to ask directions. Are they working then? Are they working then? Will I be cold after 4 seconds? Will I be cold after 4 seconds? I won't watch the movie without reading the book. I won't watch the movie without reading the book. Wasn't he president at all? Wasn't he president at all? The park is crowded. The park is crowded. How often does he go to the theater? How often does he go to the theater? We have an English lesson on Monday. We have an English lesson on Monday. Shouldn't he be a songwriter right away? Shouldn't he be a songwriter right away? Every year they kick a kick. Every year they kick a kick. To understand. To understand. Which is your favorite lake? Which is your favorite lake? He needs some water to quench his thirst. He needs some water to quench his thirst. Players will rehearse their lines for the play. Players will rehearse their lines for the play. He learned to play the guitar. He learned to play the guitar. The smell of freshly brewed coffee woke me up. The smell of freshly brewed coffee woke me up. I can finish the book by tomorrow. I can finish the book by tomorrow. After that bad breakup, she didn't want to date anyone for a while. After that bad breakup, she didn't want to date anyone for a while. The government had the bridge repaired after the flood. The government had the bridge repaired after the flood. Can you appear? Can you appear? If only I had a talent for drawing, I could make a career in art. If only I had a talent for drawing, I could make a career in art. The new restaurant is more crowded than before. The new restaurant is more crowded than before. The movie was directed by a famous director. The movie was directed by a famous director. We have to finish our project by Friday. We have to finish our project by Friday. Can accept. Can accept. I don't know how to say. I don't know how to say. Do you sell fresh seafood? Do you sell fresh seafood? Was her sister a supervisor? Was her sister a supervisor? They should not be announced. They should not be announced. Maybe you should meet John. Maybe you should meet John. They were having a party when the police arrived. They were having a party when the police arrived. He had been rehearsing his speech for days, so he did it with confidence. He had been rehearsing his speech for days, so he did it with confidence. Makes itself. Makes itself. I don't understand, he said. I don't understand, he said.